Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, Part 31. And I think I need to rearrange my analysis as my Let's Play will probably be longer than expected. But enjoy this episode. Oh no, we're trapped.
I hate to disappoint you, but it seems you've failed to ensnare the genuine article.
Professor? How'd you get there?
Just what is going on here? Why are there two of you?
Which one is the real professor?
What? Don Paolo?
If he's in here...
Then where's the real professor?
This is getting far too complicated.
Yeah, what's going on?
Take note, Luke. A true gentleman never plays his ace in the hole until absolutely necessary.
Hey, Layton, here's an idea for you. Why don't you quit it with the lectures and get me out of here?
Help us, Professor!
Be patient, Luke. I just need to find a way past this lock.
Puzzle number 96. The right button, worth 40 picarats. This cell door will open if you simply press the right button. Here's how to find it. Think of the buttons as squares on a grid. From wherever you start, move one square to another in the direction dictated by each symbol. A star means to go to the left, a moon means to go to the right, a sun means go down, and a drop of water means go up. There's only one button you can start from and reach all the others by following the rules listed above. Push the button and then tap submit. Okay, so I guess we should use the memo pad for this question as it's very easy to indicate where we start. So let's start off with the moon, okay? So we would go left or right. Then because it's a star, go down. And basically would go up, and so we would go nowhere. But from what I know, let's try another one. Okay, so let's start from this crescent moon over here. So that means go left, right, right, up, left, up, up, do. And then after that star, you would go down, then go left, and you would not complete the puzzle if you started off with the crescent moon. However, if you realize so we've done 2 examples so far, and all of them have ended up in that crescent moon. Or when we started, even if we started, it ended in that crescent moon, and if we started in another place, it would end in that crescent moon. So basically, I'm inferring that wherever you start, you will land in the crescent moon. So why don't we backtrack and do the total opposite of what the directions are telling us. So instead of, so we're starting off with the crescent moon, and instead of going left for the star, we'd go right, and for the moon, we would go left, and then we would go up for the star, down for the raindrop. Okay, so let's erase that. Okay, never mind, that plan doesn't really work. So maybe we should start off... Okay, so maybe if I show you, because it's a raindrop, we will be going down, then we go to the side, then go back up, then go all the way here, and do that. Okay, so basically, the star will be our starting point.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Well, that's settled.
Correct. Once you realize that all the squares are leading to you to the same point, the start is easy to figure out. Puzzle number 96 is now in your puzzle index. It would seem that the tables have turned onto you, Dimitri. Given your penance for logical thinking, I'd say you delude about this current situation. Look around you. In case you haven't noticed, you're deep within the family's headquarters. I'd only need to say one word and my men will come rushing to my aid. You underestimate me, Dimitri. Do you think I'd be so naive as to set foot on your base without a plan of my own? Meaning, this building is fascinating in its complexity. I saw plenty of spots where one might conceal a trap or the like. On my way here, I set a few diversions of my own. Call for your henchmen if you like. I imagine most of them will have their hands full for at least a few more minutes. Humph. Clever, Herschel. Very clever. Come on, boss, we gotta run! It seems I must concede defeat today, but this is far from over. I look forward to seeing you when your paths cross next. They're much faster than I imagined. There's no chance of us catching them. Oh no! What's wrong? Dimitri and his men managed to abscond with the Prime Minister in the midst of all this commotion. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Dimitri's activated an alarm. Family members in the area are going to flood this place before long. There's the distinct possibility we may have to fight our way out of the towering pagoda. But didn't you take care of the Dimitri's henchmen on the way in, Professor? Not quite, I'm afraid. What few diversions I managed to set up will only buy us a few more minutes. The path we took on the way is the most likely swarming with family thugs now. Our only hope is to find some sort of emergency escape route. Dimitri is a prudent man. He may have one hidden in his room somewhere. We must search this place thoroughly. Okay, let's go look for hit coins because I know there are some here. Okay, that's one. Well, that's two. It looks dodgy, but there doesn't seem to be any here. Well, that's three. Why don't we just make a glider and fly away? Oh yeah, good idea. Okay, hidden coin. But guess what? What is this? Another hidden coin? What? Hidden puzzle in the middle of Dimitri's room? We're in luck! We found a hidden puzzle! Layton, we're in the middle of saving your own lives! Why are you trying to solve a hidden puzzle? Puzzle number 151, the difference of 39, worth 15 pi carats. Touching the squares on the scoreboard below will turn them from whites to green. Both sides currently display 58, but Luke and Professor Layton are planning to each touch one square and create two different numbers. The difference between the two numbers will be 39. What are those two numbers? Okay, so if you change 59 into something else, what can we change it to? With only pressing one square, it would be 98. Probably. So that would be 98. And we can also remove one square to create another number, right? So from 58, we can change it to 59. And if you know, 59 plus, well, let's go for 59 plus 39 is equal to 98. So the answer is 98 and 59.
How about this? Phew, that's a relief.
Correct. One side will be 98 and the other 59. There's nothing like the sense of accomplishment that finishing a good puzzle brings. Well, you're trying to save your own lives, Layton. Why are you solving a puzzle? Okay, so let's go look for the escape route. Aha! Aha! There's a trapdoor here! I'm glad my hunch was right. This is our ticket out of here. This stairway is awful narrow, and there's more than one path. Where would we go, Layton? Look, there's a map here that charts out the networks of the channels below us. Let me see. My, this is a bit of a tangled mess, isn't it? Puzzle number 97, worth 30 pi carats. In the dark maze of the tunnel below, you can't turn unless you hit a wall. Following this rule, you may need to reach the goal without taking the same path twice or running into any dead ends. Which route should you take? Ha ha ha. Sounds like, which seat can I take from Rebecca Black's Friday? But anyways, draw a line to plan your escape. Okay, so if we go right, basically you would hit a wall, go back up, straight down, hit a wall, then you would go hit a wall. So basically after hitting that wall, it's kind of unknown. So basically you won't be able to go anywhere. So that is incorrect. So if we go down, however, that doesn't. Let's go down. Go down, yes. Hit a wall. No, I don't want that. No. Yes. Hit a wall, go there. Hit a wall, hit a wall, hit a wall. And after that, you can go there, go there. No. What the hell? How did that happen? Oh, okay. Okay, and then there, and then go down, and basically we solved it. That should be the correct answer.
That should do the trick. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Great escape! You found the way out! Puzzle number 97 is now in your puzzle index. The passage below are too narrow for all of us to move through the same time. If we wish to get out of here quickly, we need to split into 2 groups. I don't like it, but it seems we've no choice. Now, who should I take with me? You always get to be the gentleman. This time let me escort the young lady. Sorry, but I prefer you coming with me, Don Palo. Very well then. Flora and I will break off. Luke, you go with the professor and help him keep an eye on Don Palo. Little Luke, trade with me. I want to be in the professor's group. Flora, we'll see each other soon enough. Go with Big Luke and we'll meet back at the hotel. Hotel? Right, our groups are set. Let's get moving. Ouch, what did I just run into? Let me guess, a wall? Let me feel. This might actually be a door. Oh yeah, it is. There's a handle here. Phew. Great, now where are we? We're at the bottom of an emergency stairwell. There should be a way out of the building here somewhere. Let's collect hint coins because there's hint coins totally inside emergency stairs. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And I think we should leave since there's nothing else we can do here. This door should take us outside. Well, look at that. We made it out. The family is bound to have men in the vicinity. We need to put some distance between us and the pagoda. Okay, let's leave them.
I still don't understand why Don Paolo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
Always with the questions. Won't you put a lid on it for a few minutes, you brat?
I most certainly will not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side.
And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Come now, Paul. It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Professor, you still haven't explained what happened back there.
I knew we'd be monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paolo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid. I'm no friend of his. We both want answers to the same questions. So we decided to work together. That's all.
When did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
No, not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel, and little Luke.
Sure, I remember it. But what of it?
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Oh, of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences. Wow, you're good, Professor.
That planted the seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mona when we met him last. From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages. Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mona had aged.
Wow, nice work there, Professor.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dmitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward the pagoda. I filled Don Paulo in on all the strange happenings we've witnessed here, and then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But the part I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us. After all, this is the fellow who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
That's none of your business, brat.
Hey, call me a brat again and just see what happens.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
The woman Dmitri was talking about?
Claire was my girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career. She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dmitri.
Oh no, so she...
Yes. The last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion. The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage. It's clear someone with a lot of influence was suppressing information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dmitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death. His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paulo?
Well, Luke, as it turns out, Dmitri and I weren't the only ones with strong feelings for Claire.
No way! You mean...
What? Don't act so surprised. I have feelings too, you know.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice, Herschel.
Oh, no. It's my pleasure.
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A letter, of course. Read it at home.
Why don't you just tell me what it says? I'm right here, after all.
My, you're making this quite difficult. What I want to say is, well, in short, this.
Layton! You! You will pay for this someday!
What was that?
Huh?
Layton has been my arch nemesis ever since that fateful day.
I see.
Yes, though it's worth mentioning that I had no inkling of Paul's crush until he told me himself. He was in the year above me at university. Imagine my surprise when I learned that Don Paolo was none other than my old classmate, Paul.
I had no idea you'd been through so much. Sorry for being so mean to you.
Ugh. Spare me your sappy sympathy. And my name is Don Paolo. Address me as such, boy.
Anyway, you put on quite the performance, Don Paolo. With you distracting Dimitri, I had just enough time to do some sleuthing in the area.
So that's what you were up to while we were climbing the pagoda. Did you find anything?
Yes, but I need to confirm a few facts before I can connect all the dots.
Then it sounds like that should be our next move. Where to, Professor?
Oh, ho, ho. I'll let you ponder that for yourself. But first, we should head back to the hotel. Flora and the other Luke are waiting for us there.
Save your progress, of course. And I think I'll end my Let's Play here. Until next time, bye-bye.